different time lengths. And one of the things that we want to stress is we want you to go abroad if you're able to do it. The university has money for study abroad, and if you're in the honors college, I sometimes have a little bit extra money for you to do study abroad. So it's definitely something that we want to encourage you to do. In my judgment, the longer the better, but we realize that there's some of you who are not going to be able to go but for 2 weeks or a month or 3 months rather than for a semester or a year. And you know, the consensus seems to be that almost any international travel that you do, particularly with a group or in an internship or in a study program, is beneficial.
For like personal stuff to buy for yourself, like $50 US works. For lots of stuff, everything is really cheap there. So yeah, it's not super expensive at all.
Okay, our next speaker, Tatum England, a junior Buchanan pre-med majoring in psychology with minors in biology, chemistry, and mental health services. She has studied abroad in Italy and Israel, and I'm not sure.
Upper 4,000 level classes or the thesis.
When do you plan to graduate?
May 19.
Well, I mean, if you started your proposal next semester, you could either, you know, you could postpone that to your final semester that you're graduating. Partly depends on your proposal. Okay, well, it's quarter till. Let's give another round of applause to our speakers. America's greatest celebrations have centered on commemorations of the Declaration of Independence, going at least as far, well, pretty much from the firstly pitted colonial and British interest in the 13 colonies against Canadian and French interests to the north. Canada was turned over to the Declaration of Independence as 12-0. New York delegates do not yet have authority. Well, that's actually wrong. The vote that counts, there was a vote before that which was like 10-2, and then 2 states delegates either change their mind or decide not to come so that there will be a majority. So you have a 12-0 vote, and then New York gets authorization from its legislature to also vote for independence. That happens on June 19th. And they ask of the Declaration of Independence, and there's your title, right? Independent. Declaration of Independence. Who is it independence of? It's not my independence from everybody else or Mr. Jefferson's independence. It's the independence of America, of the 13 colonies from Britain. Now, I will admit right off the bat that there's some ambiguity. You can read it one of 2 ways. You can read it as we're one country that's now independent of Britain, or you can sometimes read it as there are 13 colonies, each of which is declaring their independence. And if you know anything about American history, you know that questions of federalism, relationship between the nation and the states, continued certainly through the Civil War and have continued even to this day. Okay, thank you very much.